Thomas, who's going to help translate today, because today we are live and we are talking about work authorization.
Hola, mi nombre es María, yo soy la intérprete para la abogada. Hoy vamos a contestar su pregunta sobre el permiso de trabajo.
So if you have any questions, please enter them in the chat so that we can answer them. And we've had a bunch of people email in questions in advance. And we're also going to touch on questions that we are asked all the time so that if you have any of those burning questions, we're able to answer them today.
Si usted tiene alguna pregunta, por favor de entrarlo en ahí donde se puede hacer preguntas y nosotros estaríamos muy contentos para contestarlos.
One of the main questions that I get is, I've been in the United States for a really long time, 20, 30 years, and I want to work. What is it that I need to do?
Una de las preguntas que yo recibo frecuentemente es que yo he vivido en los Estados Unidos por 20, 30 años, yo quiero trabajar con permiso, ¿qué necesito?
And the answer to that question is, it really depends.
La contesta para esa pregunta es que depende.
So if you have a U.S. citizen child, a U.S. citizen spouse, or a lawful permanent resident spouse or parent, then they may be able to petition for you.
Si usted tiene un esposo o esposa que es ciudadano, o padre o hijo que son ciudadanos o residentes, ellos pueden entregar una aplicación por usted.
And the reason that I always ask that question is because the family-based petition process is really the most direct route, oftentimes, for people to be able to get that important work authorization card.
La razón por qué hago esa pregunta es que varias veces la manera mejor para obtener ese permiso de trabajo es a través de esos familiares.
Now, if you don't have anyone who's a family member who has status here, it does become quite complicated.
Si usted no tiene alguien que es familiar que tiene estatus aquí en los Estados Unidos, entonces es un poco complicado.
This is where I start asking questions like, have you ever been a victim of crime in the United States?
En este momento yo comienzo a hacer preguntas como si usted ha sido víctima de un crimen en los Estados Unidos.
And the reason this is because regardless of how you came here, regardless of the numbers of entry or exits that you have in and out of the United States, if you've been a victim of crime and you've helped the police in their investigation, then you may be eligible for a U visa, which comes with work authorization.
Y la razón por que yo pregunto esto es que si usted ha sido víctima de un crimen en los Estados Unidos y si usted ha cooperado con la policía, entonces usted puede obtener la permiso de trabajo a través de una visa U.
Okay, and that process is for kind of another day, but for the time being, let's leave it there. And if you have been a victim of crime, know that this is an avenue to get you not only to a green card, but for some people, most importantly, work authorization.
All right, Hillary, we do have a question from Jose Granados. He said that, he's a resident. He has a DUI, an aggravated DUI, and he has, a small, or because he had a small child, is that going to affect him renewing his green card? So his is a green card renewal.
Okay, great. So this question is about green card renewal, which is directly related to work authorization, because when you have a green card, you are automatically eligible for work.
Dice que esta pregunta está directamente relacionada con los permisos de trabajo, porque si uno tiene una tarjeta, la residencia, uno puede trabajar.
Okay, so the answer to that question is typically a DUI is not going to affect your ability to renew your green card. So that's just one of those convictions that are typically not going to affect you. So I would love to help you renew your green card. And I think that this is the type of thing that you definitely, with this administration, don't want to mess around with, possibly making mistakes. But painting with a very broad brush, I would rest easy that the green card renewal should not be a problem based on having this DUI that you've described.
Josué, la abogada dice que basado en lo que usted nos ha dicho, que teniendo un DUI no va a afectar su habilidad de renovar su permiso de trabajo. So usted puede descansar.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like Edgar has a question.
Yes. Edgar is saying that they're wondering if they can obtain, work permits or work permission. They are widowed. They were previously married to a U.S. citizen. They're 26 years old.
Okay, can you summarize what the question is? Sorry.
If they can obtain a work permit. They were previously married to a U.S. citizen. However, the partner died, and they're 26 years old.
Okay, so how long ago, the question for this type of thing is how long ago did they're 20, I have 26 years here. I think that it's not
here. Yeah, they have 26 years in the United States, yes.
Okay. I don't know, Maria, do you really speak Spanish? Thank you. Okay, so you've been here for 26 years and you were married to a U.S. citizen and your U.S. citizen spouse is since deceased. First of all, I want to say I'm really sorry about the loss of your spouse. That has to be incredibly difficult.
Edgar, primero la abogada quiere decir que siente mucho la pérdida de su esposa. Eso es muy difícil.
It depends on how long ago your spouse passed away and kind of some of the other circumstances surrounding your life together. But my recommendation would be it's complicated. So I don't want to tell you something that's not accurate.
Dice que hay muchas circunstancias, so no le quiere decir algo que no es correcto, pero depende de hace cuánto tiempo falleció su esposa y también circunstancias o cómo era su matrimonio.
Edgar, my follow-up question would be, did your U.S. citizen wife, your spouse, file any petitions for you?
Edgar, lo que quiere saber la abogada es que su esposa en alguna vez entregó una petición por usted.
Because if so, and it depends on how long ago this happened, we may be able to continue proceeding forward with your case.
Porque si sí entregó una petición por usted, dependiendo de cuánto tiempo ha pasado, podemos seguir con ese caso.
And even if your spouse didn't petition for you, I have been using a really unique tool called VAWA to help people to be able to get work authorization in similar situations to yours. So my recommendation would be to schedule a consultation so you and I can visit privately about this and really get into the facts of your case.
Dice la abogada que aunque no hubiera sometido una aplicación su esposa, también hay una opción de VAWA. Ella ha estado haciendo mucho de estos casos. Lo que recomiende ella es que usted haga una consulta con ella para hablar sobre los detalles, más detalles sobre su caso.
And right now, 100% of our consultations are going toward charities that are helping medical practitioners who are on the front lines of the coronavirus, who are helping people who are in the most need. 100% of your consultation goes toward that and toward your case. So really you're making a charitable contribution and a contribution toward your case. So it's a win-win.
Ahorita lo que cobramos por las consultas lo estamos donando directamente a los médicos profesionales que están peleando este virus. También ese mismo dinero se va a aplicar para su caso.
Okay. Josue has a follow-up question.
Muchas gracias. Me preguntarle cuánto tiempo me tengo que esperar para... he was just wondering how long he has to be a resident before he can apply to be a citizen.
Okay, that's a great question. If you become a lawful permanent resident through marriage, then typically it's 3 years that you have to be a lawful permanent resident before you can apply for citizenship. If you obtained lawful permanent residency in another way, perhaps through your parents or a sibling or through an employer, then typically it's 5 years.
Okay. Ok, Josué, depende de cómo usted se convirtió en residente. Si usted se hizo residente por casarse con alguien que es ciudadana, entonces solo se tiene que esperar 3 años. Si es de otra manera, entonces es 5 años. And then Edgar said that his wife did submit an application for him, and that he solo que se cerró. However, his case was closed because his address changed, and he kind of like didn't follow up with that. He said his visa was approved, and then he said, "Thank you for all your help."
Of course. So I really think that there's something here that I can help you with. So I would just really encourage you to send us a message. That's one of the main ways that we connect with people is send us a message so we can continue this conversation and possibly move forward. Because if you've been in this situation for a while, why wait, right? Like if COVID has taught us anything, it's that we shouldn't expect tomorrow to be the same as the previous day.
Okay. Edgar dice de nuevo que en verdad recomienda una consulta, que ella sí piensa que le puede ayudar a usted en su caso, y ella espera que usted no espere más tiempo de comenzar en su caso.
Okay. A couple of other questions that I know that we get a lot about work authorization is I have a U.S. citizen child who's here, and I mean, that's about it. Like my kid is 8 years old. I came here without permission and I really want to work because I don't want to live off the government, because I just want to be able to provide for my family, because my kid has asthma or autism or something else that's going on and I want to be able to work.
Otra pregunta que tengo que contestar frecuentemente es, yo tengo un hijo que es ciudadano, tal vez tengan 8 años, tienen asma, tienen algún problema médico, yo no quiero vivir del gobierno, yo quiero trabajar.
And the sad answer is, without your child being old enough to petition for you, and typically that's 21, I mean, always at least 21, and without some other way for us to get you work authorization, the brutal answer right now is no. And that's something that we are working, that is one of my personal missions as a lawyer, as an advocate, is to hopefully see change someday. Because the desire of the immigrant is not to be here and be lazy. The desire of the immigrant is to come here and work and make everybody's life better, and we want you here.
Ok. Dice la abogada que la respuesta para esa pregunta es que desafortunadamente ahorita usted teniendo un hijo aquí, hasta que tenga 21 años de edad, cuando ellos puedan aplicar por usted, no es ningún beneficio en este momento, pero ella espera que cambie la administración para que un día sí pueda ser beneficio. So Josué said, having an aggravated DUI, he has to wait 5 years to become a citizen.
So there is a good moral character showing that you need to have before you can apply to be a U.S. citizen. My view, my approach to this is, if it takes about 6 or 8 months for them to adjudicate your petition, then we might as well start the process now so we can figure everything out, get all your documents in order, and then you can also start paying for everything about 6 months before you're eligible to apply.
Dice que sí se tendría que esperar 5 años. Sí hay una parte en la aplicación donde usted tiene que comprobar que es una buena persona, y la aplicación dura como 6 a 8 meses para resolverse. Entonces ella sugiere que ya 6 meses antes que ya tenga los 5 años para aplicar por la ciudadanía nos llame para comenzar en ese proceso.
Okay, so it depends on how long ago. I don't know if you said in the comments how long ago you got the DUI, but let's talk about renewing your renewing your green card. Let's keep that going. And then from there, I can help you know exactly when the soonest is that you can apply for your citizenship. My only request when we do citizenship is that you invite me to your citizenship party.
Sí, José, no sabe la abogada cuánto tiempo usted recibió el DUI, pero sí dice que necesitamos proceder con renovar su residencia. Y dice la abogada que lo único que ella pide, si lo ayuda, es que usted la invite a la celebración, ya que usted tiene la ciudadanía.
And this is tax time, so keep in mind that filing your taxes for the past 5 years is also one of the requirements for showing good moral character. You can pay back taxes and fix this, as you go forward in the long run, but the easiest way is just to do it as you go.
También tenga en cuenta que ahorita se tienen que entregar los impuestos. Entregando sus impuestos también enseña que usted es una persona con valores buenos. So siempre haga sus impuestos con tiempo.
So one of the questions that, and we'll probably kind of end here unless we have any other comments and questions from the Facebook Live. One of the important questions, okay, he says 2 years ago. I understand. So let's keep, Josue, let's continue renewing your green card so everything is squared away if it needs to be renewed. And then in about 18 months, let's reach out so that we can start the process for figuring out the next steps for you for naturalization.
Sí, o sea, dice la abogada que usted debe de seguir con la renovación de su residencia y como en 18 meses hablemos de cómo proceder con la ciudadanía.
Okay, administratively closed cases versus, I'm typing this as we talk, versus closed, terminated cases. Okay, I want to talk about that.
La abogada quiere hablar sobre casos que están cerrados por la administración contra casos que se cierran casos que se cierran finalmente, terminado.
Okay, so a few years ago, you're welcome, Josue. I'm so happy that you're here, okay? Edgar, you too. So a few years ago, when President Obama was the president, they were doing what was called administratively closing cases where people, this happened beforehand. Which way is my hair going? This happened beforehand, but it really happened a lot during the 8 years that President Obama was president. Hi, Dad. My dad is here. So what that meant was that we're closing your case because right now you're not a priority for us to deport.
Hace unos años, especialmente cuando era presidente Obama, los casos se cerraban porque uno no tenía la prioridad. Uno no era número uno para deportarse. Habían otras personas, otros casos más urgentes que se tenían que deportar primero.
Okay. So if your case was administratively closed, it was basically ICE and the Obama administration were saying, we can't deport everybody, so we're going to prioritize people who have gnarly criminal history, and we're going to try to deport them first. So people who have gotten picked up and highlighted in the immigration process, and you don't have anything going on, we're just going to close your case.
So básicamente, si usted no tenía un crimen agravado o algo muy malo, entonces el gobierno dijo en ese tiempo que no podemos deportar a todos, entonces no vamos a cerrar el caso.
Okay, and in those cases, in my opinion, it provides people with a sense of comfort that everything is okay, my case is gone, whatever. But the reality is that at any time, the government can decide, okay, today's the day, we're going to try to deport you.
En esos casos, so when it's been administratively closed, they can
reopen that book and say, today's the day we're going to pick up this guy and we're going to start the prosecution of this person and we're going to deport him with no notice.
Si usted Si su caso estuvo cerrado de esta manera, entonces se puede reabrir el caso y lo pueden intentar de deportar sin ninguna notificación.
The benefit, so like that's the bad part. So, but here's the good part. Is the benefit is even if your case has been administratively closed, and obviously it's not closed for good, it's not gone, there's still risk there, you can still keep applying for work authorization. And so few people realize that. So I'm going to put the EOIR hotline phone number in this chat here in a second while Maria is translating. Call with your A number, and if it says that the immigration judge on May 1st, 2017 administratively closed your case, hang up the phone, pick it back up, and call the firm, because we can apply for you to get your work authorization. And that means a driver's license, your federal driver's license, so you can fly. It means a lot of things. Sorry, that was long, Maria.
Si su caso estuvo cerrado de esta manera, usted puede llamar al número que va a aparecer en la pantalla para ver cómo se cerró su caso. Si su caso fue cerrado por la administración, entonces usted todavía puede renovar su permiso de trabajo o obtener permiso de trabajo. En ese caso, por favor, llámenos inmediatamente para que le ayudemos con este proceso.
Okay. This is posted now. You can call, and I think it's you press 2 for a decision, but it will tell you in Spanish. Just listen for, you can press 2 for Spanish, and it will tell you, it will prompt you to say, like, press 2 for immigration judge decision. And that's where you can find out if it says administrative closure. If it says administrative closure, that means you're still eligible for work authorization. Let's do it.
Ok, sí, usted puede llamar este número que puso en la pantalla la abogada. Puede oprimir 2 para español. De allí, si usted oprime 3, es donde le va a decir la decisión del caso. Si dice que fue cerrado por la administración, entonces podemos ayudarle.
Okay, by contrast, if your case has been terminated, if you see on any documents that you have, or if you call the hotline and you hear that it says that your case was terminated, then that means that there's no pending case. There's not like a bookshelf that they can, just pull your case off of and decide that they're going to try to deport you today. They would have to have a whole new reason for reopening that chapter, okay? But it also means that you're not eligible for work authorization based on your case.
Okay. Si su caso fue cerrado definitivamente, si su caso fue terminado y usted llama y dice que el caso fue terminado, entonces usted no puede obtener el permiso de trabajo.
Okay. If you're here in the United States and you have a case on appeal, let's talk about that. Because if you have a case on appeal, we can get you work authorization almost certainly. I mean, I can't say that 100% of the time we can, but if I'm a betting woman, then I would say call us, because we can help you with a lot of certainty get work authorization.
Si usted tiene una apelación pendiente con la Corte de Inmigración, también nosotros podemos obtener un permiso de trabajo para usted. No lo podemos decir con 100% seguridad, pero tenemos mucha confianza que lo podemos obtener.
Okay. And this can be, my case is on appeal to the Board of Immigration Appeals. My case is at the circuit. Obviously, if you're detained and this is happening, then work authorization doesn't really matter for you, but we probably can try for a bond. But for those of you who are not detained, let's try to get you working.
Para las personas que no están detenidas, no importa si su caso está con el BIA o con el circuito, podemos intentar de obtenerle permiso de trabajo. Si la persona que usted conoce está detenida, entonces podemos intentar de obtener fianza.
The same goes for people who have, are here to seek asylum and they're not detained. 180 days, really 160 days after you have applied and filed your I-589, that's your asylum application, we can send in your work authorization request. And that's always a wonderful, exciting day for you as well, because you've been here for 6 months, ready to work.
También si usted ha entregado una aplicación de asilo, el I-589, 6 meses o 180 días después de que usted entregó la aplicación, también podemos aplicar por su permiso de trabajo.
So I think that Maria and I both have a similar work ethic, and it's one of the things that I see so much in our clients is we both really love to work, and I hope that this is helpful to you, because if you've watched 25 minutes of this live, I know you want to work too. Call us or message us so that we can continue this conversation and hopefully help you get out and get working.
Nosotros nos encantamos el trabajo, y si usted ha mirado todos los 25 minutos de este video, sabemos que a usted le gusta trabajar también. Por favor, llámenos o envíanos un mensaje y nos encantaría ayudarlos.
Okay, gracias, Maria. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.